Hi to all you survivors out there. It's me, Prepper Zan, reporting to you. Today, you guys, we have a lot to talk about. I know it's been a while since I've been able to come to you in this type of format. Usually I'm walking, and I don't know if you guys can see, but I've lost 25 pounds since I've been here in New York, and that's one of the main reasons why I come here, because I need to get my body back right and get really, really in shape. And where I was in Texas, it just wasn't happening, not having access to a car all the time. You know, here, that's the culture here. It's a lot of walking, and of course here I'm not really eating because as you guys have seen in those videos, the prices of food is just too outrageous. I'm not affording it right now, and especially being that I have a big food supply back in Texas, and I did have some of it shipped here, and I haven't even been eating it because I'm trying to, like ration it out, because I refuse to spend my money up like that, spend all my money up on food like that and these products. So you guys, today, as you guys can see all over the news, now they're talking about how the vaccinations are affecting people by way of these blood clots in their health. And I also received a notification the other day in regards to the Pfizer. I don't know what it was about, so I'm not going to. I forgot. I don't have the accurate information, so I'm not going to speak on it. But what I'm saying is they roll those vaccines out too fast, and the reason why the system gets away with doing the things that they do to us, because y'all see all these people that ran out there and got that vaccine. Now they're complaining about all the causes that it's doing to their body. And I know that everybody, they had everybody afraid of COVID. They had everybody all panic and frantic, and it instilled a lot of fear. And I can understand why some people will wanted to get it, but what I don't understand is how people trust a system that doesn't care anything about them or care anything about their families. I don't understand how people cannot see this. We cannot rise up against this until people start seeing this, that they are really the enemy. They don't have your well-being at heart. These people are evil. I'm talking about evil, and their agendas are evil. The way they do things, evil. So I mean, it's just unbelievable. Now, since this virus have hit, and they've taken a lot of the real estate from a lot of people and increased the prices on everything. Not only just the food, and the food prices have increased. I mean, tremendously. I went into, it was that store, H&M. I was looking for a shirt. When I tell you, one shirt was like $80. And I was like, oh no, I won't. I'll try to find a Goodwill. When I tell you, even clothes, shoes, regular products that we use every day, they have increased the prices on all of these things. And it's just awful. It's just terrible, and then we also have to consider the weather. Now, they thinking these people they friends, and then they doing all this weather manipulation and the food. You guys, even since I've been here, I always talk to you guys about how bad the food is. I've learned even more things about the stuff they put in the food. A lot of us who couldn't lose the weight, we was wondering why we couldn't lose the weight. It's because of food at the grocery stores. All the stuff that they put in that food so it could stay on them shelves a very long time, and it's legal for them to do that. And these people trust these people. They trust them. And so nowadays, you guys, it's really, really crucial, and it's very, very vital. Even while I'm here, I'm still working on total independence. Total independence. I'm getting some of those trees cut down on one of the properties that I have. We're about to put a mobile home over there. About to grow a lot of fresh fruit trees and vegetables. I already have a lot of vegetables that I grow right in my house that my family's overseeing for me and making sure it's properly watered and nurtured and taken care of. And I hope that you guys are doing the same. And I'm going to continue to push these kind of videos. I'm going to continue to iterate it, because we are living in very, very, very troubled times. And these same people that trust this system, their heart going to be broken, and then they're going to be ready to turn against the system. But I'm hoping that it don't be too late. So you guys just continue to try and stay wise. Stay wise. These people don't give a doggone about none of us. They don't care about. You see how they just rolled out that vaccine and just injecting people with that vaccine, not knowing how it's going to affect their bodies. Everybody has a different body. Everybody blood type is different. How you know? And some people have different illnesses that other people don't have. They didn't know how this stuff was going to affect people. They're just using people as a freaking guinea pig. And the thing that's tripping me out is everybody lining up to get it done. Oh my God! When I tell you, my friends, even my friends out here, I thought they were like very wise. I don't want to say they're not wise, but I didn't know that they were so trusting to the system. But I had to also understand, and not to be judgmental, because this is New York. This was the epicenter of the virus, and so many people lost so many of their friends and their relatives here. So I kind of get it when they say, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna go get this one, I'm gonna get that one. I had a friend that I really love him so much, and we went out last week, and he was like, he's waiting to get the Johnson & Johnson, and I was just so terrified, and I didn't want to speak against it because I had already said something else to him about, I said, the politicians have just ruined New York, and he's like, oh, it wasn't the politicians' fault. He said it was the virus. So I already know that he doesn't think with that same mindset. So when he said he was going to go out and get that Johnson & Johnson, something within me was like, I wanted to say, no, please don't do that. And now look, how they talking about this vaccine here is causing blood clots. I told you guys what the doctor out here in New York told me. I met this doctor and I asked him. He said no. He said I'm not getting it. He said that it causes something under the left arm, under here on this side of the body. And he said he's not getting it, and not any of the staff at the hospital is getting it. So that should tell you something right then and there. Now if the staff and the doctor is not getting it that works at the hospital, that means they're seeing something that the media ain't putting out there. And I'm sick of this media. You know, I hadn't watched TV since I've been here. I come here and I watch TV, and it's just the same old BS. A bunch of fear-mongering, a bunch of playing the same old negative news all the time. See, this is how they get people through that media. This is how they get people through that media. And I'm about sick of it. And I don't. Only thing I'm really interested in the media right now is the weather, and I can get that from Weatherman Plus, because the TV, they're not gonna tell you when a tornado gonna hit you until like almost 24 hours before it hit, and by then it's too late. I learned that in Houston. They wouldn't. I mean, the news wouldn't tell us about them hurricanes about 2 or 3 days before time. You know, thank God now I'm more prepared for it than I was back in the day. And then the tornado, then they'll tell you on the media, oh, well, it's not going to be that bad. We're going to weigh it out. They're not going to ever tell you, make sure you have a generator. They're not going to ever tell you, make sure you have some 55-gallon water barrels. Make sure you have a water purifier. Make sure your tanks are filled up with gas. They're not going to tell you none of that. Make sure you have some non-perishable items. Make sure you got a gun, or make sure you got everything you need just in case somebody trying to come up in your house and take your thing. They're not telling you none of that. So I don't understand why people can just trust the system that don't give a doggone about them. So I'm telling y'all, don't y'all do it. And teach your kids whether they want to hear about it or not. Because kids, they really look at what you're doing. And then they emulate that. So if they're not listening to you, you keep prepping. You just keep on prepping. I mean, we're about to face some of the hardest times in our life, y'all. We really, really are. And if you haven't already, I suggest you go try to get you a piece of land. For what you're paying for with them lights, water, gas, and that rent where you paying that, you could be self-sufficient. It may seem like it's difficult because you may not know what to do and how to go about doing it, but that's what YouTube is for. You can learn. They have land you can put down $500 a month. I mean, $500 down. You can pay $200, $250. And these people, they are willing to work with you. You can be like, I don't have that $250 a month right now. I need to pay like $100, $150. They'll work with you. They might have to stretch out the term, which is okay. Start building on your own property, so you can leave that to your children. Because we have to do away with the system. All right, you guys, if you like the content, give me a thumbs up, please. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. You can always go to zanharrold.com for any of your prepping needs. I'd like to thank you guys so much for your support, for subscribing, and for watching. And until next time, keep surviving. zanharrold.com.